game, forced Zest into a really uncomfortable position. Zest had no idea what to do.
And the only game he won against Hero, he did the same thing. He forced Hero to build a composition of Tempest that he just didn't quite understand. It looked like as well as Sora did.
Yeah.
And even if Sora didn't, it wasn't even understand the composition himself that well, he forced a situation where he's able to react and take a situation that's very weird and unusual and adapt to it, whereas Hero was not able to do so as well. This is Sora's strength, and TY, I think he might have to change his style up here a little bit. Do a different opening, maybe drop a CC first or something, because so far Sora's got his number here.
Very, very true. Sora's looking primed to take it. He's 1 win away from going to China.
And that he is, and we're going to start merry-go-round right now for game number 3.
Up here in the top right, in the red, the Terran player, it's TY.
And down at the 6 o'clock, it's CJ Antis' own Sora, 2-0, runner-up from last year's WCG, 1 win away from going to the tournament he's most known for here in the Battleground in China. He was only defeated by Sulky in the grand finals. TY is not looking good, man. Looking at his face down there, feeling stressed for him.
Yeah.
He's on a tough losing streak. Gas first, I like it more than just a Reaper expand, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Trying to do something aggressive, something he's good at. TY is, I think, in my opinion, the best player when it comes to gas first builds in TVP. He's the one who does them the most, and I think he's done them. He's the most practiced in them. You ever see a crazy game with the player names like censored, where there's a Hellion doing a ton of damage in the mineral line, Widowmine shots going off,
with like a
proxy
factory somewhere with a starport,
Proxy starport or one in the main. It's TY. He does it the most. He's got the most experience with it, and it's terrifying to play against that style. So
yeah.
I think stick with your style. It's probably what his coach just told him. Stick with what you're good at. That Oracle kind of hit you a bit off on the Sejong game, but stick with what you know. Again, Sora scouts very early, is going to identify this.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for TY because it was a lucky scout. He was able to find his location right away.
Yeah. Even forcing another SCV off the line this early in the game is really annoying. Really kind of evens it up here for Sora. Doing this very early scout, he's able to kind of even it up by forcing one of those SCVs off the line. And I don't know. I was talking with you a little bit before these games started. I was really feeling Sora going into this one because even though Sora was, he was really known for doing really well in PvP, at least for this tournament, he looked really strong against Hero. He would not back down. He looked like he was fighting tooth and nail throughout the whole series, but TY in his one against stats, he just looked weak and he got behind and he just wasn't able to claw back. He didn't have that kind of consistency, that willpower to drive himself back to the win. And I'm really fearing for him right now as well.
Sure.
He's down 0-2.
I was actually feeling like what we saw from him yesterday was a bit of a fluke. I was worried maybe he was sick, maybe he had a cold, maybe something, something just, his condition was just not ideal yesterday. He looked shaky, he looked nervous, he didn't look like the TY that we know in TVP. And I was thinking today he was going to bring it back, but he looks a bit shaky today as well. And he's already down 0-2. He is going to get a scout. Oh, barely not. I can't believe it. He didn't see that pylon. Oh, boy. And I think this is actually going to be either Blink or DTs, because that's a weird place to hide a Stargate. Let's find out.
I think you're right.
It could still be Stargate. It would be totally something you would never expect. All right, what's it going to be? Twilight Council. And he keeps the probe here, looking like we're going to see some DTs.
Yeah, I really like it, especially against TY. A game where you're up 2-0 in a best-of-5 series, you're like, okay, I'll take a big risk here. Throw it on a Nexus and a proxy DT. TY, his confidence is down. Maybe I can take a quick win like this.
DT is not going to be ideal for dealing with Hellion drops, though. And in fact, there's not a whole lot going on here. TY comes up, he checks with an SCV, sees there's nothing going on. He's actually going to sneak in here. We're going to have to see some really good probe pulls here to make sure he doesn't stack them up. Really great probe control here by Sora. Oh my God. Does end up losing a ton of probes regardless because he just doesn't have a defense. He's taking an insanely greedy build. But he definitely has minimized damage. All right, 6 kills in total. Let's see how much the DTs can get done, though.
Yeah, very, very, very well said. You know, he's going for such a greedy build. Of course, it's going to do this much damage, but it could have done a lot more if that probe control wasn't perfect.
2 Widow Mines and a Viking. I think TY thinks it's proxy oracles because obviously with this, not only does he do some damage, but he scouts there's no tech. What's the tech? He doesn't know. He's making 2 Widow Mines and a Viking, and unlike Spider Mines, Widow Mines do not grant detection. So he could be in a lot of trouble here because he only has 1 orbital for scans, and he doesn't even have an E-base started. So I'm really concerned for him, and if he decides to use the Widow Mines in a drop, things could get even worse. All right, let's see how much damage these get done. A lot, it looks like. There goes the Nexus Cannon. The probes barely slip out. 3 more kills so far, 4. And that's all he's going to get.
Yeah.
Oh no, and a misclick on the Hellion.
Not the best damage there, I have to say, with the 3 probes, or rather the 3 Hellions coming in there. Only 5 more probes go down here. And now with 2 Nexi, I don't know,
Oh
man.
my God, Brendan.
He dropped a wheel.
He doesn't have a wall either. He does not have a wall. This is probably just going to straight up end the game. The first DT comes in here.
Oh man, he's totally misreading this.
He thinks it's oracles, I believe, but it's already not.
We found this.
Okay, now he knows. Now he knows. He needs to get that depot up. He needs to hold position those Marines. He does not do it. The depot goes up, but not for long. 1 or 2 swipes will do it. He needs to save scans. The eBay is started, but it's already too late. He almost has enough for another scan, though. He's so close. Now he's got it, and he will get that DT, or no, he does not.
He doesn't get the DT! Oh, man.
He can use the Hellions to kill it, however, if he does his own splash damage.
He may need to. Second DT coming in here as well.
Third
DT as well.
This is just too much damage. Way too much. He just wants to keep that wall open. He's going to stop a Raven from being produced by blocking the starport. And now he's going to come in here and wreak havoc on these Marines. 2 turrets being made, but it's just too late. Friendly fire isn't going to do him too much in this case either. He's just totally shaken by this. And this is likely will just end the game, as I said before. The turret's finished, but GG! Sora will be our 3rd player going to his tournament, the tournament he was the runner-up for last year. WCG, he's going to WECG Grand Finals in China.
You can see the relief and happiness on his face. He takes it in 3 games against TY. Looks super solid there. Definitely got to be a really happy moment in his life right now.
What a great series nonetheless. I have to say, you know, just showcasing Sora's play, his mastery of the matchup, and also his knowledge of TY. If you want to say it was the most entertaining series, if you're a Terran fan, you're probably going to say no. But regardless, I feel like it's a really great showcasing of Sora's skill. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a real treat. I hope that TY can get himself back together going into future tournaments. You know, if he gets voted into the upcoming Hot 6 Cup, or you know, the next season of Pro League, any other tournaments he ends up playing in the very near future, because he looked very shaky in those last 6 games, despite having a very incredible TVZ performance against Dark.
Yeah. We don't have a camera on him now. He's in the booth. He looks absolutely crushed, I have to say. But it looks like we're going to transition right into an interview, and we'll do our best to translate for you guys.
Yep.
먼저 방금 경기를 마치고 이제 아직 열기가 가시지 않은 상태에서 와 있는 김정훈 선수와 우리 고인규 해설이 말씀을 좀 나눠주시죠.
네.
제일 떨렸을 것 같아요. 오히려 이 2명의 선수보다. 어제 그 같은 팀원인
So we're gonna have that interview with Kanata, as you
대기실에서
probably
정말
expect.
아쉬운 모습을 하고 있었는데 지금 그 어떠한 선수, 김대엽 선수 그 이상으로 기분이 좋을 것 같습니다. 지금 현재 상태가
So it's
어떤가요?
like, you know,
자신의 마음 상태.
I got a really crazy unexpected victory. He must be feeling really good. How do you feel?
하셔도 돼요.
Even better than
와,
stats.
하시고 싶다니까 해야죠. 나만 이런 중천금이다. 마음을 꺼내놓고.
There's a cheer going on for him right now, I think.
다음 기회에
다음 기회에 그럼 다음 기회를 언제로 잡으실 건가요? 뭐 최종 그랜드 파이널에서 우승하고
금메달 따고 노래한
We didn't have that audio on his mic like at all, so it's like really hard for us to hear, guys, because he's using Kanata's mic and we don't have a feed of that. So I'm gonna try to like take one earphone off and listen as best I can.
없어졌죠. 원희삭도 없어졌죠. 김정훈만 2년 연속으로 유일하게 다시 한 번 더 국가대표가 되었습니다.
He's just saying you only lost to Hero, basically, and he's congratulating on that.
뭔가 좀 감회가 좀 새롭고 항상 국가대표 선발전에서만 강한 좀 세계 대회에 강한 그런 모습을 보여주고 있는데 그런 이미지를 좀 불식시키기도 해야 되겠고 앞으로의
He's
김정은이
saying
좀
you always
의미가
show really strong
중국에
games and really strong builds, basically, but you don't,
제
you have to
별명이
keep
어느샌가
going forward with this to
이런
make this
식으로
image of
외국
yourself,
선수를
to make people,
변했는데
respect you. I guess is what he's trying to get at.
안준영의 설님이 지어주신 거잖아요. 굉장히 감사하게 생각하고요. 개인 리그 때나 프로리그 때 그 정말 성적이 안 나왔었는데 WCG만 오면은 성적이 잘 나오는 게 저도
He said,
신기하고
as we've been talking about this whole story, he doesn't really think about individual leagues as much or pro league as much. This is really the tournament he cares about the most, and he's put a lot of effort into this. And obviously it's really showing, it's really paying off here.
Yeah.
알겠습니다. 일단은
Also
3위에
thanking one of his
올라오시고
teammates.
어떻게 보면은
Obviously
뭐
practicing a lot with one of
Yeah.
his Terran teammates.
김준호 선수 뭐
Probably Byung, I didn't catch it though.
Yeah, I didn't catch the
김정훈
name.
선수의 기쁨이 더 크지 않을까 싶습니다. 자, 그러면 이번에는 중국
But if I had
선수
to assume, probably
김준호
Byung.
선수 얘기를 나눠보도록 하죠. 참 많이 아쉬울 것 같습니다. 뭐 더 이상의 말씀을 뭐가 드릴 수 있겠습니까? 많이 아쉽죠. 오늘 김준호
So
선수
it's really unfortunate, but obviously he still does advance to go to China. Couldn't catch what he asked the last second.
컨디션이 나쁜 건 아닌데 제가 어제 말실수를 한 것 같아요. 대엽이한테 준비를 잘 해오라고
Said his condition wasn't actually bad,
진짜 너무 잘해왔더라고요.
and he prepared a lot because he knew that today was going to be pretty tough.
것 같고, 한국에서 우승하기 진짜 힘드네요.
To win in Korea, he said, is very hard.
Yeah,
한국
That's what he said.
국가대표되기가
definitely the toughest region for sure going into this
김정훈
tournament.
선수도 왔고 이제는 본선이 앞에 눈앞에 있지 않습니까? 본선에 임하는 뭐 각오 같은 거 우리 팬 여러분들께 부탁드리겠습니다.
한국에서 우승은 못했지만 최종적으로 어차피 거기 가서
He said he
잘해야
can't win in
되는
Korea,
거기 때문에
but
거기서 중국 가가지고 이제
he says when he goes to
열심히
China,
해가지고 금메달
he's
따는
gonna
모습
practice really hard and try to win that tournament instead.
Yeah.
네, 뭐 물론 어떤 분들이 들으시기에는 그 재수 없게 그런 소리를 하냐라고 생각할 수 있겠지만 콩라인 탈출을 하셔야 됩니다. 중국에 가서. 알겠습니다. 자, 박수 부탁드립니다. 네, 김준호 선수고요. 어유,
Give him a
이게
cheer.
바로 우승입니다. 우승에게는 우승 전용
Of
마이크가
course, now we're going to be talking to
저희가
our
이렇게
champion.
네, 우승 전용 마이크를 들고 노래를 하셔도 되고 일단 소감부터 들어보고요. 아, 대주라고요?
He's got his own mic
상품입니까? 그럼 이게?
because he's the champion.
이게 대주랍니다. 네. 소감 부탁드립니다. 노래를 하라고 하는데.
일단
He's got two mics.
프레시가 터져야 될 것 같아요.
일단
Asking how he feels.
이 국가대표 자격을 얻은 것과 동시에 이렇게 1등을 하게 돼서 너무 기쁘고요. 그냥 저는 이 자리에 올라와 있는 것만으로도 되게 지금 너무 기쁘고 감동적이네요.
그렇죠.
Yeah. He's very touching, and he's really happy that he was able to advance in first place.
처음으로 우승 타이틀이라는 것을
Yeah, and I mean, just this part, alone makes him happy. He's already got the rest of the tournament ahead of him, but he's already so happy about what he's accomplished here.
판짝이 김준호 선수가 해오신 것처럼 너무너무 준비를 잘해온 것 같아요. 어떤 준비를 어떻게 해오셨는지.
Seems like you practiced a lot before the games. What kind of practice did you do?
부분은 그냥 완벽하다 할 정도로 준비를 하지는 못했지만은 그래도 같은 팀인 주성 선수랑
He says
이렇게
he
대화
couldn't
많이
practice as well as he would have
나누면서
liked to.
빌드를 짰고요.
And he
그게
practiced with
또
zest.
결과적으로 잘 먹혀든 것 같고 그리고 어제 준호 이 경기 끝나고 인터뷰하는 거 봤어요. 봤는데 저를 도발하더라고요. 준호야 너가 실수했어.
Referring to the interview
두 선수 짚고
from
잡아보겠습니다.
Hero, where they asked some words of stats,
Yeah.
or from Hero, 2 stats, and
진짜 끈질기게 2대 2까지 쫓아왔잖아요. 어떤 생각이 들던가요?
I couldn't quite hear
솔직히
that part.
2대2가 됐을 때는 저도 제가 질 줄 알았는데요. 근데 어떻게
because he thought he was going to
또
lose.
잠깐 화장실을 갔다 오면서 이 코치님이 옆에
Yeah, so he
있어서
went to the
이렇게
bathroom with his
멘탈
coach.
잡아주시고
And
감독님도
he was able to regain control of his mind, grab a hold of himself after talking to his coach.
감독님도 조언해주시고 그래가지고 오늘
Yeah.
다시 멘탈 잡아서
And
마지막
because of that, he
경기
was able to
이기고 이렇게
regain
1등을 할
his
수 있었던 것
mental
같아요.
state
네.
and
꼭대기 올라와서 내려다 보니까 참
get that first place win.
네 이런 적 처음이라서 좋네요.
And he says, his first win like this, so he feels really happy.
한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
지금이 끝이 아니고 지금이 다시 시작이라 생각하고 정말 열심히
isn't the
노력하고 이
He
무대
thinks of it as a new
이
start,
대회 외에 다른 대회도 정말 열심히 준비하고 노력해서
and at
좋은
events
성적
here in Korea
보여드리겠습니다.
and outside of
감사합니다.
Korea, he's going to try his best, practice his best.
Put like a really strong amount of effort,
Yeah.
he says.
into showing a
자,
really
먼저
good
이번
performance for his fans.
All right, guys, so we're going to have our award ceremony. Like we said before, it's not just about those top 3 spots. It's actually also about some money here.
시상입니다. 3위 시상을 해주실
So we're going to first, of course, congratulate our 3rd place seed.
큰 박수로 모십니다. 어서 오십시오.
And here comes our representative for WECG,
나와주시고요.
the GMGC founder and secretary general.
이제 호명하겠습니다. 일단은 상금 판넬을 전달해 주시기 바라고요. 자, 지금 상금 판넬을 받으시고. 자, 스타크래프트 2 WCG 한국 대표
Of course,
선발전.
this is the StarCraft 2
3위
division. He's going to get 1 million Korean won, or about $935 US here.
김정은 선수에게는
To take home,
상금 100만 원과 그리고
take with him to
무엇보다
China to
중요한
spend
건
whatever he wants to do.
한국 자격을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 축하드립니다. 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 그리고 다시 한번 데이비드님께도
And as you can see, of course, his flight and accommodation is paid for as well, as listed on
2위
that
시상을
check.
진행하도록 하겠습니다. 2위는 주식회사 이지스
So
게이밍
not just his flight, but his hotel and everything else.
대표님께서 고생을 해주셨습니다. 큰 박수로 모시겠습니다. 어서 나오십시오, 대표님.
Gotta take good care of our players.
김준호 선수 앞으로
And the
나와주시기
Aegis Gaming Networks Incorporated CEO Bori Jun
감사합니다.
gonna come up here now.
자,
congratulate
이 김준호
our
선수에게는
second
또
place
상금도
player.
있고 역시 마찬가지로 국가대표 자격이 주어지겠습니다. 자, WCG 스타크래프트 한국 국가대표 선발전
And
준우승
3 million won, or about $2,800 US will go to Hero for his second place performance here at our Korea Nationals. He
Not a
will-
bad chunk of money.
Yeah, and he will of course also be getting a seed into the tournament, as well as his accommodation and flights paid for.
전명수 대표님께 다시 한번 감사의 박수
Looking forward to seeing how well he does in our grand finals.
자, 이번엔 마지막
Gonna be a
피나레를
really
장식할
cool tournament.
또 시상자를 소개해드리겠습니다. 우승 시상에는 CMG CEO
A little bit more of a global one, of course, as well.
직접 시상을 해주시겠습니다. 큰 박수로 모시겠습니다. 어서 나십시오.
And finally,
김대엽 선수는
In
드디어
Shuling, the CMG COO, will be coming out to present the final prize for our winner, our #1 Korea representative, the winner of this tournament, and the top seed from the most difficult region in the world here in Seoul, South Korea. It's stats. He will receive 6 million Korean won, about 5,600 USD, as well as, of course, flight and accommodation, and the top seed coming out of Korea.
Huge feat, this guy. You know, doing very, very well in Pro League as well at 4th KT, the team. But coming out here and showing a great performance for himself, defeating so many big names, TY and Hero here at the end.
And he's got to be so happy for himself, because this is the first time Stats has won a tournament like this. You know, this is a big moment for him. And, you know, he looks very happy. And he's got a lot, you know, as all 3 of these players have, another road ahead of them at that grand finals. Another opportunity for money, wealth, and of course, you know, just bragging rights of possibly being able to take that grand final WCG title, that trophy, representing Korea in a broader sense as well, you know.
Yeah.
그렇죠. 저도 오늘 딱
Definitely very true.
많은 분들이 와주신 걸 봐서 다시 한번 사명감과 앞으로 주어진 여러 가지 프로리그
So we just got the 3 players standing on stage. Stats in the middle at first, Hero on the left at second, and Sora on the right at third. Hero makes a guest appearance here on camera.
팀에서 여기서 그만 인사드리도록 하겠습니다. 지금까지 도움 말씀에 도인규 진행 캐스터 김천이었습니다.
All right, we're just going to sign off here. It looks like, guys, thank you guys for watching this great, amazing tournament. This was essentially a qualifier for bigger things to come, though. Congratulations to our top 3 players. Hero in second, Stats in first, and of course in 3rd place, Sora, the runner-up from last year. We'll be seeing you guys there at the grand finals. Hope you all have a great night.